and resurrection of Jesus Christ, he established a new covenant with God the Father. Hebrews 8 verse 7 tells us that if there was nothing wrong with the first covenant, no place will be sought for another, for God found fault with the people and said, "The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a covenant with the people of Israel and with the people of Judah. It will not be like the covenant I made with their ancestors when I took them by hand and led them out of Egypt. This is the covenant I will establish with the people of Israel after that time, declares the Lord. I will put my law in their mind and write it in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they will be my people. No longer will they teach their neighbor or say to one another, 'Know the Lord,' for they will know me from the least to the greatest." By calling this covenant new, he made the first one obsolete, and what is obsolete and outdated will soon disappear. So, in simpler terms, even though the Lord stipulated the laws in which people should live in for them to be clean, yet people were still living in sin. So, the purpose of giving the law was defeated because the knowledge of something does not mean the obedience of it. So, the people found themselves under the bondage of the law, always constantly going to make atonements and living in fear. So, Jesus Christ came to the world to redeem mankind from the bondage of sin by dying on the cross and establishing a new covenant that now makes us children of God and not slaves. Romans chapter 7 says, "What shall we say then? Is the law sinful? Certainly not. Nevertheless, I would not have known what sin is if it had not been for the law. So then the law is holy, and the commandment is holy, righteous and good. Nevertheless, in order that sin might be recognized as sin, it used what is holy to bring about my death, so that through the commandments, sin might become utterly sinful. So I find this law at work. Although I want to do good, evil is right there with me. So I myself, I am a slave to God's law, but in my sinful nature, I am a slave to the law of sin." So, when Jesus Christ came, he said in Matthew 5 verse 17, "Do not think I am here to abolish the law or the prophets. I have come not to abolish them, but to fulfill them." In other words, his death and resurrection was to bring us salvation. And in believing in him, the Holy Spirit makes it easier for us to obey those laws because we love him. In Matthew 22, the Bible tells us that one of them, an expert in the law,